Okay, this is my much better review of The Walking Dead Volume 22, A New Beginning. So, this volume follows Magnus' crew as they are discovered by the hilltop, and they're now what I'm going to call road warriors, who are people that ride around with swords on horses and lead massive herds of zombies in directions so that they don't attack any of the colonies in their little like survivor group. So, so yeah, so they get discovered, and then they get attacked by this massive horde of zombies. You can see it. Just look at the size of that. That's amazing. And then, so then they get to the hill. They get to Alexandria, and they meet a new Rick Grimes. Well, I mean, he's not new, but he looks new. Like he's like different looking. Like look at that, like that beard and the buzz cut. He looks like Douglas. And then he has the cool arm thing. So um, this all happens. Rick initiates them into Alexandria, and they're kind of wary of. They don't really. They're kind of not quite trusting. And then, meanwhile, this comes as Carl is trying to get Rick to let him go and move to the hilltop so he can be an apprentice to the blacksmith at the hilltop, whose name is Earl. And so then, so Rick finally, I'm not really to tell you how it happens. Anyway, meanwhile, Negan, Carl has frequent talks with Negan, who is now in prison, and he looks kind of like a hairless gorilla, I think. Oh my god, sorry. And then I'll be right back. Oh my god. All right, that's better. I'm sorry about that. It's going really well though. The other one was like 11 minutes. This one is going to be better, I promise. So meanwhile, two road warriors, Marco and Ken. Um, Ken's horse falls and then he's like trampled, and so then they get like attacked by some zombies. So they need to go wandering. They're trying to find their way back, and then they get trapped in a barn, and then they get attacked by some zombies. And so then Marco runs away. He kind of leaves Ken in the barn, and then when he gets back, he's all like, "I love, I left Ken. I left him in the barn." As the zombies, they were talking. They were talking. And so then Maggie, who's the new leader of the Hilltop after the end of all that war, because she like overthrew Gregory when he's being a total pussy, and so then she sends three road warriors out after them. One of them is named Dante, and I don't really think we get the names of the other ones. They're not really that important anyway. I think one of them's name is Doug. So then they're out, and then they get trapped in a barn while they're looking, and then they're surrounded by zombies, so they get a big sword fight, and they have this cool like formation where they all like take 5 steps forward and then retreat back into the little circle. So that's pretty cool. And then oh, and then also Maggie has her baby now. He looks like little Glenn. Well, obviously, because it's Glenn's baby. But so then they get attacked by zombies, and then one of them has a knife, and then and like they can hear him like they are good, very good, and then he one of the guys swings at the zombie and it ducks, and that was really cool. And when I read this, I was like scared. I was like, oh my god, because this is like I thought this was really scary because like this world, this Walking Dead world is like super realistic, and so then just like to see the zombies be able to do completely uncharacteristic stuff is really freaky, I think. So then they're like, that one has a knife, and then he's like, it's okay, we've seen him hold tools before. It tried to cut me, and then he's like, that's impossible, and so then he swings at the zombie and it blocks it with its knife, and so that was really cool. And then one of the guys like, just run, and then the zombie stabs him in the back, and then stabs him a bunch of times. It was really crazy. And then Dante tries to kill it, and he blocks it, and then the zombie's all like, "We can kill." And then he's like, "Ah!" And then he cuts off its head, and then he's like fighting a couple others, and then the zombies are like, "We whisper, and the dead don't mind. You'll see. You'll be dead soon yourself. Then you'll see." And then they get into a sword fight, and then he kills the zombie, and then, oh man, and then it was just really intense. So I'll just say, because I don't want to ruin the whole spoiler at the end, but it was just like, whoa. So then, because then, this is just like a new menace kind of looms on the horizon for the zombies. It's like, or the new menace, a new menace looms on the horizon for the survivors and the colony. And I have a feeling Negan's not going to stay in jail for long. Maybe he'll like team up with these guys, or maybe not. Probably not, but it would be kind of cool if he did. So that's the end of my review of The Walking Dead Volume 22, A New Beginning. I give it 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Kind of not much Rick, I guess, or not much interesting Rick stuff. I'm not really a big fan of Carl, but I'm starting to like him more. So yeah, and I think it was pretty good. We didn't get all of our main characters resolved because there was like one part where Rick was like, "Even after all that happened, I miss Michonne," and then he kind of looks off in the distance, and so we don't quite know what happened to Michonne, but hopefully we'll get to see them. Otherwise, we pretty much know everything that's going on with everybody, like Rick and Andrea and Carl and Eugene and Heath and Aaron and Jesus, and I don't know, that's most of our main characters. And Maggie. I talked about Maggie already. So yeah, we know pretty much what's going on with everybody else except Michonne and like Ezekiel and the Saviors and their sanctuary. So hopefully Volume 23 will give us more insight into that and the weird zombie things. So yeah, that is my review. Thank you.